Nehemiah is very uplifting to me. It's a story of an ordinary person doing an extraordinary thing. It's a story of someone that has so much passion for something that he sat down for days, wept, mourned, prayed, and fasted before God because it burned in his soul. He has so much passion that he literally puts his life in jeopardy to accomplish his goal while his enemies were trying to harm him and his supporters. You have to understand now that Nehemiah was not the son of a king, nor was he from a royal bloodline. He was just like you and me, an ordinary person God has purposed to do something awesome. Let me ask you a question. What is your God-given dream, vision, or passion inside of you that will make you put it on the line? What is it that will cause you, like Nehemiah, to work on that thing with one hand and hold the weapon in the other hand? Whatever it is, know that God has already equipped you to do it. It's up to you to move past the ordinary and apply the extra that is necessary to make your vision come to pass. You may be asking, what is the extraordinary thing that Nehemiah achieved? Well, I'm glad you asked. First, he went before a king with a sad countenance. That's a no-no. You could be put to death going before a king with that posture. Secondly, he asked the king if he could leave his post as the cupbearer to the king, a job that was important to the king's welfare, to go and rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. Thirdly, if that wasn't enough, he asked the king for the material to do it with. With God's favor, the king agreed to Nehemiah's entire list of requests and even sent army officials and a cavalry to support him. Let me pause right here to tell you and encourage you that when God gives you an awesome vision, he will give you awesome provision. Today, I just want you to know that when you have God's favor on your life, things will work out even with opposition. You think that the people who are in leadership or your friends or family would want the best for you and support you as you pursue your dream, your vision, or your passion? Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way all the time. My advice to you, and the more of this story, is to trust God, and we need to trust Jesus when we go through opposition and face issues. Even with this conflict, Nehemiah and his team was able to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem in just 52 days. Hold on. He rebuilt a wall around the whole city in just 52 days. That's awesome. God has called many of us to do something awesome like that, but we won't push past the ordinary. We must realize that we are awesome. When all his enemies and the people in the surrounding nations heard about this accomplishment, they became afraid because they realized that this work had been done with the help of our God. It would more than likely be the same way with you, but you can't worry about that. You have a God-given assignment and it must come to pass. Your vision, your dream, your passion is so important to the world that the very ones who are not supporting you now will be the very ones that need what God has placed inside of you to accomplish. I ask you again, what's inside of you that will make you put it all on the line to see it accomplished? What is it that will cause you, like Nehemiah, to work on that thing with one hand and hold a weapon in the other? I want to remind you that God has created you to do something awesome. Yo, my name is Timothy Luckett. This is Trust Jesus Movement Under the Light. See you next week.
And you know can't touch me now. Can't stop me now. I go all in, I go so hard like, oh my God. Oh my Lord, oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. You just watch, man. Watch me like a movie, I'm too Gucci. Awesome.